Hey everybody, it's Terry over here at Hidden Hollow. I'm going to show you some of my Gamefowl since they're all about out of the molt and they all starting to look really good. This is my original blue pair, which he is a blue, some type of blue Kelso cross. She was called a Kentucky Headhunter hen. It is what it is, but they do produce blues. This is the foundation of my blue family I'm going to start making, and I'll show you what happened from there. So, let's see. You got this stag, this hen, and that, pull it over there. See the pull it over there? They're off of that pair I just showed you. As well as these two. This little stag that I probably should have called a long time ago, but I don't like to just call him just because he's not as big as everybody else. And this little pullet right here. And then there's my Kearney Brown Red. Tell me if that's not a pretty rooster. That's a pretty rooster. And then there's Rooster. Tank, stop barking at everybody. This little stag's off the same blue family. I got him in here. Shut up. That's a nice little stag right there. They were all late hatched. That's why they're so small. Then you got my Irish Pyro pair, which one of the little pullets looks just like the mom right here. Get off me, dog. Sorry about that. Get off. I got a dog on my back, literally. Irish Pyro pair. Sorry about the blur in and out. Thinking about buying me a new video camera so I can start making some better videos. Just like I said, my Irish Pyro pair. The mama was the mother to the one baby up there. I had this hen and a blue hen I showed you at the beginning in the same pen with the blue rooster that I showed you in the beginning. And the one raised 4. She raised 2. Both the ones she raised were pullets. The other hen she raised 1 pullet and 3 stags, which I've showed you all 3 of the stags. Then we move on down to my hatch family. This family right here, I used to whoop a lot of butts in North Carolina. The rooster was a McLean Bates cross. That's what I always heard the hatch line was from. And this is one of the last hatches that we can get out of that family since the guy who raised them for so long, the one that gave me my original brood stock, he finally gave in and gave up. Hen is the same. So I'm going to really try to breed some more off them this spring. You see the pen I got them in. Smaller dog kennel. Got a wire top and put a tonneau cover over top of that. Then there's this pen. How many of you have seen these? This pen right here is really nice, really strong. That one's really nice. The one next to it's really nice. That big one right there, that's really nice. These are all strong. Nothing could get in them unless they dig up under them. So, other than the dogs being a pain in the butt, you're being a pain in the butt, and you're being a pain in the butt. And Tank's always a pain in the butt. And there's Angel, the newest pain in the butt. Hey Angel, what you doing, girl? There's my sweater cock right there. That's a beautiful bird. Albany is gorgeous as well. Let's see, I'm gonna bring it back down a little bit. This cage right here I just built for him. I've got enough wood and wire. I'm gonna build some more of these for the ones down here. This one of my first round cages. Not so much into these anymore. It's like this square one here. The square ones along the fence line right there. They're still not the safest things. And see some of my pigeon loss. This is The one that I gave to Dave at one point and got back when Dave passed. This is all made out of pallet wood. Several pieces of plywood on the top and some roof shingles. It's all pallet stuff. A little dirty. I need to come in here and clean it. Nothing lives in here right now. All these perches. It's really nice. Then there's my original. This one, let me show you. Look at the little birdhouse I made. I need to come in here, clean those guys out. This is the back side of it. Had 2 doors that opened up. I had some perches. They're here and there. They could get up on. This was my original box that I built. First one I built. Then there was this other one that I built, and I separated it. And as you can see, open this door, I have a nest box in here. A little rooster hole in there. There's that one. And I have a settling cage that attaches on the front of here and sets up on the top of it. But it's not on there right now. I have a bunch of perches in here. This is where I had my rollers before I moved them to over there in their new roller loft. See that? Isn't that nice? And then I got my pumpkin cock. That's a pretty bird, ain't it? He's pretty. And I have my untrimmed old hatch cock, green-legged. I've had him since the beginning of having my Gamefowl. Like I said, I'm going to build 3 more of them cages I had up there for these 3. So they're nice and safe. There's my beautiful gray. That's a nice bird right there, buddy. If I had my way, I'll have roosters all around here. Come next summer, come next fall, after they grow up a little bit. See these cages? They're pretty good cages. Tarp fell off of it, but 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I'm getting ready to move these guys around today because I just want to organize my yard. But anyway, thought you might like to see some of my Gamefowl. Got a buddy down the street supposed to be giving me some hens. And there's only so much pure breeding I can do. He said he was going to give me some brood stock, and his granddad has been doing this for years, so he knew a lot of the real guys that all these birds are named after. And he's got a lot of the bloodlines from back in the day that he's been preserving, and he's told me he was going to give me some brood stock come early spring. I just had to get some cages ready, which, as you can see up there, that's exactly what I'm doing. I used to raise these birds years ago. The worst part about it is when people ask you what you got, you tell them I got Gamefowl. They say, oh, what do you got, pheasants or you got quail? You're like, no, I got chickens. And they're looking kind of funny. Say, you know the kind of birds they call fighting chickens, and then you get all this, oh, how dare you, and that's so illegal and everything else. People don't realize that it's an actual breed and you can't do much about it. That's what they do, right? So you spend 99.9% of your time protecting them from themselves. Because Lord knows if he got out of this fence and walked over to here, him and him are going to beat each other to death trying to get to each other through that wire. And it's not going to be a pretty thing. And I've seen them where they just killed each other through the wire and ripped their spurs off, beat their heads all to death. I had a old Nova one time, had in my yard, and there was a mud puddle where I parked my car, and one of my roosters saw his reflection in the chrome bumper and about beat himself to death trying to fight the bumper of this car. And every time he hit the ground, he was hitting this mud puddle, so he was all muddy, he was beat up. I didn't even hardly recognize him when I walked up on it, like, what is this mess in my yard? And it was him, and that my bumper was all mud smudged and everything else where he'd been beating the crap out of my bumper. But anyway, there's Tank, everybody. Hey, Tank. Tank. Tank, say something. Speak. Whoa. Say something, dummy. You never talk anymore. And there's Bug. Bug's a good girl sometimes. Anyway, I think they're telling me they want something to eat. And I'm going to get back to business. Like I said, these are my original boxes. Oh, I didn't show you Mr. White. So I have this other pen over here that I had my trio in, my blue trio that I was raising, and I just cleaned it out the other day. It's real nice. I'm looking to get some buff orpingtons, some Rhode Island Reds or something, put them in here and give me some eggs. But this is my big boy right here. What do you think about that? Isn't that a pretty rooster? He's gorgeous. I was told he's a white hatch. More so think he's a white claret, but he just doesn't like to be taken pictures of. Tell him. It's a good looking bird, ain't it? Well, just a small update on my Gamefowl. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't know all the answers, but I'll try. Like the page, subscribe if you can. Tell your friends. Y'all come on down. Anyway, the pigeons, I'm letting them out. Let them stretch their wings today. And that's what I got going on. Time to get to work. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.